Hello, good afternoon, good evening, whatever, wherever. Sounds like a song by
Shakira.
Shakira, that wasn't it? Listen,
Whenever.
listen.
Yeah.
They don't. My hips do not lie.
Yeah, I don't know. I've told a few fibs over the
No,
years.
my hips
Couple
do
of
not
white
lie.
lies.
They do not lie. It is club call time. Jack, why are you right on the edge of the screen? You're gonna fall off the screen.
I'm very much as pushed in as I can be.
Ned, you've got the camera dimensions all wrong there, sunshine.
I'm just living on the edge, aren't I?
No, you've got the camera dimensions all wrong. Look at all the space I've got over here. I've got loads of space on my wing. Loads of space on my. Now it feels like you've gone
10.
too far.
Yeah, you've closed them down.
That's the Goldilocks spot right there.
Exactly
that is the Goldilocks spot right
exactly
there.
The same.
That is the Goldilocks spot. You've done something to the camera, Ned. I don't know what you've done, but you've done something. It is the club call. It's your opportunity to give us a call about anything you want to give us a call about. Because who are you going to call?
Not Ghostbusters.
No, that'd be really silly, wouldn't it?
Terrible.
It's not needed. It's not needed at this moment in time. Ghostbusters are not required. Yeah, so if you're one of our Toffee TV Premium members, you can give us a call. You just have to click the link at the top of where the video is. Just there. It's just there. It says video.ninja and then it's got more stuff that we can't tell you because obviously. And you just click that link and
you can, like the bank account details.
Yeah, you can't be giving like the details away like it's, you know, like you're just ringing up to ask me the details. Emma says my money is on Ed to be the first caller. Eddie does like to give us a call, doesn't he? He does like to give us a call, and that's fair enough. He's in Texas and he's loving his life. It's probably really warm and he's like, I'll ring the lads.
Yeah, fair
play.
Can we get like live odds on who the first caller is going to be, and we can maybe like have a punt on it and that? I mean, maybe we can't.
That's worrying. Like, we'd have inside knowledge, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
No, because we've got inside knowledge, clearly. Because you could be like, oh, no one's ringing, and they could be sitting there waiting. You could be just stalling, couldn't you? And we wouldn't know because we don't know who's on that screen. We have no idea.
I wouldn't do that.
Why isn't Ned's video on?
Like the Ned cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have it on, really.
Ned cam should be on.
I've got stuff to do first.
Okay, fair play. He has got stuff to do. He's got work to do. Can I just introduce you to 2 new shirts we have on the wall? I did promise it, and here it is. The Idrissa Gana Gay third kit from the season just passed. I felt like Idrissa Gana Gay should be honoured, and he is honoured. And also, let me just point you in the eye of the Marco Materazzi shirt from 1998 as well. He has been honoured. I mean, let's be honest. You're too young. He didn't have an amazing season. He was sold too quickly, but he went on to be a World Cup winner. So that should be honoured.
Zidane stuck the nut on him, didn't he? Yeah. So, you know, he's just immortalised, really.
Do you think he's more famous because he did get headbutted?
I think in certain circles he probably is.
What circles would they be?
Well, you know, outside Italian footy fans of that age, you'll, you know, fondly remember the World Cup. I think outside of that, really, because everyone knows there's a Zidane headbutt.
Yeah.
If you asked everyone to name the squad of the Italian World Cup winning side, I don't think they'd necessarily, you know, he'd spring to mind.
Who would spring to mind from that World Cup squad?
Pirlo.
No.
Totti.
Yeah, Totti.
Gross.
Pirlo.
What now?
Not Pirlo.
No, he wouldn't spring to mind for me playing that World Cup, no. Who's the captain?
Pirlo, wasn't it? Midfield.
It's disappointing, isn't it? Surely if Pirlo had won the World Cup as the captain, you would be loads of images of him holding up the World Cup as captain.
Who was captain? Totti.
No. Do you know, Jack?
No, I don't actually.
He's a horrendous
Nesta.
No. Cannavaro.
Makes sense.
These are terrible human beings. You know that, don't you?
Well, I'm from a certain age period, aren't I?
I know who was the captain of like World Cups in years gone by.
Yeah, but
who was the captain of the World Cup winners in 1986?
1986.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
That's disgusting.
Maradona.
Oh my God! Ned literally has to tell you.
I weren't alive then.
So what? Who was the captain in 1966?
Bobby
Moore.
Yeah, I mean that's horrendous that you don't know that.
West Ham.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
Mr.
West Ham. I didn't know where I got it right.
Terrifying. What about 1990? 1990.
I don't know, Ped.
That's terrible. 1994.
Ped, I don't know.
You don't know.
No,
1998.
I don't know.
You don't know who the captain of the winning team was in the World Cup in 1998.
No, because believe it or not, that was 36
It
years
doesn't
ago.
matter, and it wasn't 36.
88. 36.
98, I said. There wasn't a World Cup in 88, was there? It was the European Championships.
Fine, 26 years.
Who won the Euros in 1988?
1998.
No, 1988.
Germany.
No, they didn't. Holland won it. You are bad people. Bad people. You telling me you don't know who the captain was in the 1998 World Cup winning team? Didier Deschamps.
Good for him. What am I meant to do with that information now?
This is terrifying. This is really, really terrifying.
Who won the rugby league last year?
What about 2000?
Who won rugby league last year?
What rugby league? What rugby league?
Who won the Super League last year, Jack?
And you're asking Ped.
No, that's. I mean,
St. Helens.
How do you not know How do you not know these answers to these questions? These are like fundamental things that everyone should know.
I know other things.
Yous are terrible.
I know other things about other interests.
Okay, all right.
Like if you want to know like a really nice pasta recipe, I'm your guy.
Vodka pasta.
Yeah, but you know you can do other things with it as well.
It's just so wrong. This is the modern world that we live in, kids. This is the modern world. If it's not on TikTok, then they don't know it.
I imagine it probably is on TikTok though.
Probably is.
You know, like back when football was a real sport or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Saints won it 4 years in a row.
No one cares though, Ned. I mean, it's not a real sport. It's not we both said at the same time. That proves it's not a real sport. It's just not a real sport. Football is the sport of like every human being on this planet, and that's why you both should. They should teach it in school who the captains of World Cup winning teams.
I would have liked that, but they didn't.
I just don't understand how you did not know. Did you know? You know France won the World Cup in '98, don't you?
No, you've said it, yeah.
You didn't know that.
No, if you'd asked me to take a guess, I probably would have said France, because I knew they won one around that period.
What?
But I couldn't have told you.
In '98?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got the Zidane shirt.
Yeah.
He won Player of the Year, didn't he?
Yeah, but who was the captain?
What was
and I've already said it, and he's
Zidane
still.
was too young.
What do you mean? He was too young.
I can't remember.
What's going on?
Zidane won the league as well with Juventus that year.
Well, what's that got to do with the price of fish?
And what number was he?
What's the price of fish got to
was-
do
he
with
was
that?
21 for Juventus.
22, wasn't
He
he?
was 20. Oh my God, this is like, I feel like I'm surrounded by idiots. How do you not know the squad number of Zidane when he played for Juventus in 1998? I'm only messing. You shouldn't need to know that.
I've got it on a shirt.
But you should need to know that, really, Jack. Really, Jack. You should know what was his squad number at? What was Zidane's squad number at Real Madrid?
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
8.
No, it was 5. For God's sake. And that's why Bellingham is number 5. So it has a modern thing to it. For God's sake. What am I surrounded? What am I supposed to do with this?
What was on the front of the Juventus 98 shirt? What brand?
It changed.
Yeah, but what was on the 98 one?
Sony.
Correct.
Don't ever come to me. Don't come to me, sunshine.
I feel like you're asking questions you know I won't know the answer to.
But I would expect you to. Okay, right. I'm going to do a little game with you here, right? I'm just really interested. In 1998, who won the World Cup?
France.
In 2002, who won the World Cup?
No, I don't want help, Ned. I want to do it. I want to do it. Even though it'd be wrong, I want to do it. Brazil.
Yes. In 2006, who won the World Cup?
2006. Italy?
Yes.
Yeah.
In 2010, who won the
Spain.
World Cup? Yes. In 2014, who won the World Cup?
Germany.
Yeah. In 2018, who won the World Cup?
2018, it was. Why is this slip? It was France.
It was France. And who won the last World Cup? Just for the sake of.
Was it Brazil?
It
was Argentina.
It was. Someone just said, I bet you guys would have a hard time naming the Asian winners this year. It was Qatar, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Wasn't it Qatar?
Can I ask a question?
Go on, you can ask a question.
While there's no callers, can we place which manager was sacked?
Not yet. We'll play that later.
Yeah.
But I have got a new game that I want to play, actually, but we can't play it right now. We need to work it out. It's called Everton Impossible.
What's impossible about it?
Well, we're not going
trophies.
to work. Yeah, winning trophies. That's the impossible part. We're not going to work it all out now. Someone just said in the comments, "Isn't this a call-in?" Yeah, but we need people to call in. We need people to call in.
You know, ring up then.
Right, let's start with some of the news. Steve Kelly says Ned and Jack's football knowledge is terrifying. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Do you know what, Steve? This is like know where this all went wrong. Kids not having sticker books. That's where it all went wrong. When I was a kid and we had sticker books, it was all there in front of you.
Match attacks.
You learned. Well, match attacks aren't stickers. I learned everything through sticker books, Panini sticker books. And the minute you got maybe, I don't know, maybe you got outpriced or something. It used to be 12 pence.
Been outbid.
It used to be 12 pence a pack, and then you got 8 stickers in it. Great stuff. I remember once stealing a pound off my sister and going buying loads of packets, and then she was like, "Where's my pound?" I went, "I don't know, but I have all these stickers."
Where's me pound?
Where's me quid? And you know what, Steve? My football knowledge might be terrifying, but I bet my Star Wars knowledge is better than yours.
We're not here to talk about Star Wars. We can all have Star Wars. We can all have Star Wars knowledge, and I will beat both of you on Star Wars knowledge also. You know that. You know that. We've sat in a room for half an hour discussing Star Wars, and your knowledge is very limited compared to mine. Let's get it right. But
Really, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Listen, we know what you can beat us on, and there's only 2 things: guitars and St. Helens, and that's it. That's the only thing you can beat us on.
What about Harry Potter? I feel like Ned knows a lot of Harry Potter.
I do know a lot of Harry Potter.
He does know a lot, actually. He will test me on Harry Potter. Ned, just before we go any further, could you just please do your impression of he who should not be named?
Is your mic on?
It is on. It's been on all the time. You know the one we've been doing all afternoon? Can you just please do an impression of that, please? Just to set everybody up, because it's brilliant. Go on.
The boy who...
No, just the one word.
No.
Just the one word. Right, let's talk about Everton. Okay, we've done the setup. We've eased it into the show. We've had a few laughs. Let's talk about the hard stuff. There was a newspaper report, if you want to call it a newspaper report. I don't call it a newspaper. I call it a shit rag. Saying today that Everton are close to administration, and if they don't get it sorted by the end of the week, because that's when the 777 money runs out, that Everton will have to have a fire sale, and Branthwaite will go for 27 pence and all these things. I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. Number one, I don't think that particular thing has inside sources at Everton. I don't think people at Everton would go to them if they were going to go anywhere. But I don't think we should be getting worried about that. We know the issues we face at our football club, and we know it is a little bit scary, and it will be sad if we have to sell players. But on the flip side of that, and that's where I'll bring Jack in, my esteemed friend here. It would be stupid if Everton, who need money, sold players on the cheap, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, and obviously you do need to balance that, and maybe some players might leave for slightly less than we'd ideally want, but if you need money, you're not going to undervalue your biggest assets, are you, to massive degrees? And look, these people claiming they've got inside information at the football club, not working with that company, you dumps, because no one at the club's giving information to you if you work there. Obviously, we already know we're in a bit of a precarious financial situation, but it's in too many people's interests to not let the club go into administration, because too many people lose money over that. People who've got loans at the club, people who currently own the club, even for whatever we want to say about our current ownership, they probably lose more money if the club goes bust, don't they? So it makes no sense to anyone to let this happen. Obviously, you know, you can only toe the line for so long, losing money before you do get yourself into a bit of trouble. But I'm sure every action to prevent that will be taken.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is a thing about, obviously, as well. The thing doesn't help. The PSR doesn't help either. And the where PSR is in this, because PSR cuts through right across the summer. And it's the stupidest thing in the world, that the PSR should come in basically 1st of January to the 1st of January. So you get 2 transfer windows within it. And you know where you are when you go into your winter transfer window, where people don't tend to spend that much anyway. And because it is mid-season, there isn't as much pressure, I think, because managers don't feel the pressure and don't necessarily want to have too much change. The fact that it cuts right through the summer is ridiculous. And I was speaking to Henry Winter earlier, which you can all see at 6 o'clock. It'll be available at 6 o'clock. I had a really good chat with Henry Winter. And he was saying himself, he was like, the fact that it comes this year right in the middle of a summer, but also in the middle of a Euros as well. What kind of pressure does that put on, say, you know, Jared Brantwaite? What he's in the England squad, and you might have a few days. Not saying you will, but you could potentially have a few days where his future is up in the air. You're in the middle of a tournament. What does that do for any player? It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that we are using this line where obviously Forest last year felt like if they sold after that line that they get more money, and they did get more money. It puts pressure on the football clubs because everyone knows that line's there and will feel like they can get players on the cheap. It really is ridiculous that we have a transfer window that goes all summer, but we have this imaginary line through the middle of it that if you don't sell a player by that you will fail PSR. And this is one of the things Forest challenged on. And I really wish they'd won on that, to be honest, on that thing, because it just makes an absolute farce of PSR when you could get an extra whatever it is for your player, and that would help your club and that would help your club's PSR. It just doesn't make any sense.
There's a lot of instances with PSR where it ignores the football as its own living and breathing thing with its own unique circumstances and rules that happen through it. It is not the same as applying those financial rules to your standard global company, like a fast food chain or a technology chain or, you know, whatever, any company in the world. Because none of these companies do business with each other in the same way the football clubs do. Yeah. If, you know, all restaurant chains were subject to PSR rules and it was, you need to make this amount of money before this random point in the year, would McDonald's have to sell the right to the Big Mac on the cheap to Burger King to, you know, to get across, you know what I mean? It ignores the relationships that football clubs have on each other, where they rely on each other and depend on each other and all try to take advantage of each other financially. And it adds another element to that the football clubs could just do without, because it allows clubs to prey on other teams who might be having financial issues like Everton are. It makes them weaker, and it just adds to the anti-competitive nature of PSR.
Yeah, it is a ridiculous scenario that not only Everton but other clubs have to go through every year. I just don't get this line. But Everton, I think, are pretty adamant that there's not going to be a fire sale needed this summer, and you know, they'll be pushing that out there through the media to make sure that is known, that there isn't going to be needed a fire sale, that there isn't administration on the cards. Yes, things are in a bit of a sticky position at the moment, but they already knew that. They know where they are. And of course, we have got the 777 situation that ends at the end of the week. But the mad thing is, I think quite a few people in the media think that's like the world's end. Where I think most fans now are like, yeah, this is good. We don't want 777. We want a proper owner who's got the best, you know, for Everton, a heart or
777 thing's been bleeding out for weeks, hasn't it? Like, we're just finally putting a bullet in it.
Exactly. We all want it done and dusted. We know they aren't fit to buy Everton Football Club. They mightn't be fit to buy anything by the end of the week. So it's really, really interesting. Obviously, Everton, again, their name getting dragged through the mud. It's not great for a club that will be chasing the best sponsorship deals and the best everything, really. Certainly for the new stadium as well. Everton will be in delicate negotiations right now for things like naming rights and whatever puts their name to whatever on the new stadium. And what they don't want is people thinking, I can't come near you, you're on the verge of administration. Now, that's a very dangerous place to be. And if people are touting that round and a force feeding the masses, then that's not ideal for Everton Football Club. So I think we've mentioned this. I think we spoke about this last week, about the idea of, like, you know, the more we go on about administration. I mean, listen, if something's reality, then you do talk about it. You don't bury your head in the sand. I think that's definitely not what we're doing. We are in a very dangerous place. But I think for a lot of fans, it felt like the word was getting brought up, administration, more and more, and the more you used it, like there was more of a reality to it. And I don't think that's the case. I think just because you say something quite often doesn't mean it's the case.
No, I mean, you made the joke before about Harry Potter, and you said he who should not be named, because when you say his name, it gives it power. And I think that's maybe the attitude some people have with administration, because it's a big, scary thing. It's the monster looking over the hill. The more it gets talked about and the more people speculate on it, people who, have no real understanding of the likelihood of it, I mean, journalists saying that, not specifically football fans, it just seems like it's all you hear about, and it feels like a reality that's setting in when it's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, have we got our first call in, Nedrick? We have got Mike on the line. Mike, are you there?
You're all right, mate. You're all right.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah. Go on. What do you want to say?
Well, I was wondering, due to the fact that you were on both the shows, if you are training for water polo.
I am not, mate. I will leave that to my esteemed partner Barris, who is clearly the Olympics is coming up, Mike. So you've got to be at your best, because water polo is a staple. Obviously, everyone knows that in Liverpool. It's probably Liverpool's number one sport, other than football. And
you did come in a pair of swimming shorts.
Yeah, I did come in trunks. I needed to get that bikini line tidied up though before I do that again. But
Speedo ped, yeah.
I couldn't use that. I couldn't use Speedo. I'd have to use another brand. I'd have to, obviously, I'd have to get a deal. You'd have to get it. Yeah, that's trademarked.
Custodian ped.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe custodian. Yeah, there you go. Maybe that's it. Yeah. No, I was out getting good interviews and letting the youngsters have an academy day. On the other shows before.
The young lad, give them the due. These young lads have done quite well over the last couple of weeks.
Well, listen, we're not going to last forever, are we? And Baz,
except for Ned, thinking he can beat seagulls up for some strange.
Well, he doesn't know the power of seagulls. That's his problem. But you've got to get the youngsters prepared, because Baz,
he's got one foot out the door, hasn't he?
Well, and you get the feeling that he's ready to just go on one big permanent holiday, Baz, isn't he? You know what I mean? So,
and John, I've not seen John for months.
No, John's definitely is on a permanent holiday by the looks of it. So you've got to have
Well, the jinx has gone now, hasn't it? You know what I mean? They need to come on.
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't mind John staying over there while we were winning. I didn't mind, my man staying over there while we were winning. But, come back, Mr. Blame.
That's it.
We need your financial experts.
We do. Yeah, this might be a key time, but listen, he's there. Don't worry. He's always on the end of a line if we need him. He's always there. He's prepared. He's ready to do whatever he needs, whenever we need him. So it's, he's in Florida. He goes to Florida, but he doesn't at the moment actually he's in Colorado, but he doesn't go over there and go to all the parks and he just sits by his pool basically.
Looking at his spreadsheets and
his financial times.
Mate, that's what happens when you're, nearly 50 and you've made your money,
Nearly 50 indeed, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So go on. What's your takeaway?
What's this charity game that you keep talking about? That Ned thinks that he's allegedly gonna be Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, we're playing. Yeah, I mean, thanks you for bringing that up. We're playing in a charity game on Saturday.
Well, yeah, mate. At the end of the day, we can't donate if you don't tell us what it is.
No, that's a really good point. And Ned's absolutely useless at that kind of thing. And maybe if he put the thing in the comments, the link. So we're playing in a charity game on Saturday for a men's mental health charity. It is Talking Toffees, who are like an Everton team, and it's versus a few of the Everton content creators. Myself and Ned are playing, and people from a few other channels. in Widnes, I believe you can come down. It's at the Widnes Stadium, and I think people can come in, I think, for like £3, and it all goes to this charity. So Ned's actually terrified. He's been messaging me going, I'm really worried about the game. I'm really, really worried. I don't know if I'm going to get picked. What if I'm stuck on the bench? He's properly terrified. It's like, this is like Ned's moments. This is like, it's like you've got the Seagull as part 1 and this footy match is part 2.
It's Rocky too, isn't it?
This will define. This will define Ned's legacy. This game of footy.
All the talking Toffee's expectations when I went, and I was like one of the best players they've ever seen.
Yeah, that happened. That really happened. But this is like Ned's legacy, Mike. He's gonna, he sits behind the computer, and no one expects too much of him. But on Saturday, he'll be out in the open in the real world, and people will be able to judge him on his performances. And listen, we give him a few ribbons now and again about his football ability, and some of it's tongue in cheek and some of it is bang on reality. But on Saturday,
bro, mate, I've seen his footballing ability on your videos. Due to the fact that he's from Widnes, is he in goal?
Well, Ned's playing.
His rugby skills might come in handy. Like his football skills look terrible.
See, I like all this because I think this is good. This is good mental toughness for Saturday for Ned to put him in. Yeah, I mean, you should have people on the sideline just going Ned, and we'll see if he sinks or swim. I'm really enjoying that idea of seeing whether Ned can cope with the pressure, because I think it's a life skill. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I joined the army very early, mate, and they taught me very, very quickly. Yeah,
there you go.
Sink or swim.
Absolutely.
If you don't, you back the Seagulls.
That's it, yeah.
He has to put him in being centre mid so we can get on the ball, try and affect the game. Because you've seen games I can't get involved in. I can't get up to the speed of the game.
Yeah.
But then you've seen me in games where the level's rubbish, so I have to get on the ball and make something happen.
Ned, what Everton player would you most liken your ability to?
Walking football, Ned? No, is that the walking football that you have to get up to base with, mate?
Me and Ted were in this tourney
the
last
Walking
year.
Dead.
And all of our team kind of crapped themselves a little bit. Like my little cousin was playing and he shit himself. So I had to get on the ball. Me and Pedge got on the ball and took hold of the game.
What I'm enjoying about this conversation is I imagine people who played in that tournament will be ready to give Ned a call now and call him.
No, well, one of them said to me, he said, why was you on the bench? You were the best player in our team, and Pedge got to play every game. And I went, well,
that person was called the Mirror.
No, it was
the Daily Mirror. They were there reporting.
That was just the Mirror. It was just Ned. It was just Ned's other side.
That's why our manager put me midfield and gave me a chance to get on the ball and try and affect the game.
Give him a chance to get on the ball.
Yeah, get on the ball.
Absolutely. We'll all get to see on Saturday, and that's why I encourage everyone to come down to Widnes to watch Ned play football. It's a pity we aren't live streaming it so the people around the world don't get to see it. That would be.
This is what I'm saying, right? Obviously, I don't live down our end anymore, so oh my God, you need to live stream it, mate. I would literally pay for that. I would pay for it, honestly.
I know, we're missing a trick. We're missing a massive trick here. We just, maybe...
absolutely.
Just one of those things, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of feedback from lots of people who are there to witness Ned turning into a puddle. He's been more distressed over his kit. He's been messaging me all week going, you're going to wear this kit? I haven't got any black shorts. What am I going to do? I'm like, I'm sure there's a shop that sells black shorts.
Yes.
I'm sure there are.
Did I hear him say the other day that was a mistake? Did he say that his mum ironed his clothes?
Probably, but we did hear the revelation this week that Ned's mum did try and curl his hair earlier in the week to give him some hair style because he was...
Oh, no.
No, that was true. No, that was true. He said that on air.
What's wrong with that?
He said it on air. He came in, he had a mad haircut, and I was like...
Ned, how old are you, mate?
23.
Come on, really?
Yeah, do you know what? She'd made an absolute mess of it, so never to do it again. But girls do their hair every day, don't they?
Why are you doing it? You're 23.
Because I like having nice, presentable hair for work.
So
I don't know. I always come in looking.
So he left his
room. So he said, "Mum, can you do my hair?"
Yeah,
that's what happened.
mate, and my 16-year-old asked my wife to do his my wife would fuck it up just on purpose.
Well, that's what it felt. Very much felt like that Ned's mum had done.
I've never asked my mum.
He came in and his hair was about 10 feet tall, and I said, "Have you had a bad night?" Like, you know. He went, "No, my mum done my hair."
I'm gonna get it trimmed and just leave.
I think that's probably for the best.
Nice. I just think I'm overthinking about it.
I think you overthink quite a few things, Ned. Quite a few things. There you go.
Honest to God, I think you're missing a trick on that as well. Like that stupid bald bloke. You know what I mean? The one that like travels around and he's like Ricky Gervais's mate or something.
Oh yeah. Carl Pilkington.
Oh mate, you're missing a trick.
Oh, he's
go on Britain's Got Talent, Ned. And not with you singing, just talk to people.
Go on and talk.
Very much. Just start a conversation.
Mate,
if I go on and tell a sad story, they'll let me through.
Guy that you do the 1778 podcast with.
We do it with Sam on the 1878.
Sam, oh my God, Sam must be going, give me material on it. Oh Absolutely. My God, he's doing an hour just by speaking about it.
Absolutely.
Sam actually invited me to a stand-up class once.
What, so you could teach you?
And I said, I just don't know about getting on stage. And I do it at my gigs. I'll get up and I'll tell a little joke and have a laugh with the audience. But they're already eased in. You've won them over with your singing. But you're trying to get up and win them over with jokes. Yeah. I don't know how I'd do it.
No, I don't know how you do it myself.
Ned, you're missing the trick, mate. Honestly, you are missing the trick.
Absolutely.
I could go on stage and be myself.
Tremendous.
Yeah, just go be yourself, mate.
That's it.
Go be yourself.
He needs to go.
Make so much money you can buy everything.
He needs to go on Dingo. He needs to go on like the Love Island, or he needs to go on Big Brother. It'd be incredible. Could you imagine the scenes if
I could imagine Ned on Big Brother.
No, but that's where you'd like. That's
I can
why.
Imagine on Big Brother, not Love Island, mate.
It'd be amazing though, because on both of them,
I don't think he's got the bod for Love Island, mate. Come on.
Yeah, but we're changing. We're gonna change Love Island for the better, though. We're gonna make it more inclusive and have normal fellas like Ned to go on there. I think that's really important that starts happening. You know what I mean? You know, and the girls will get to see what a real lad is. I'm sure.
From Witness. Oh my God. And all we'll have from Witness. Oh, here's a pasty, my love. Go on then.
That's Wigan, Mike.
There you go. Tremendous stuff.
Mate, honest to God, right. So I've been to St. Helens. Used to go to St. Helens Market all the time. Yeah?
There you go.
So, no, I used to love getting my pasties just at the corner, just as you walk out by the bus stop. So, yeah.
Tremendous. There you go. You've basically just explained everything about St. Helens in one go.
It really is.
Sums it up, really.
You've just
That's it.
You've just and the rugby team are boss apparently, but it's not really a real sport, is it? So we'll leave.
I'll shake balls in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, right, okay, we could talk all night, Mike.
I will let you go.
Nice one, Mike.
Absolutely lovely night. And
nice one, mate.
The calls will come back in.
Nice one, mate.
Nice one for the Ned show.
Nice one, mate. Thanks
you know
for.
What I mean?
Yeah, nice one.
Help us.
See you later, mate.
Nice one,
Take
Mike.
it easy. See you later. Oh, man. There you go. Mike just starting the ball rolling. Not really wanting to talk about anything, but destroying Ned's life.
No, he just got in there.
Just got in there.
To say it as himself.
It's like I've played Talking Toffee before, and I've done all right.
No one's
well.
No,
so I'm not worried about
it. What we're doing is, Ned, is on the sly is we're trying to get people to come and watch the game of footy. That we're trying to encourage people to come to see your ability.
Do you know what a vet?
No, be boss. Go on. Sorry.
Do you know what causes the strength? Yeah. Dress is events that I want to do well, and I want people to come because they're raising for charity. I want people to.
I'll be honest, Ned, right? It might have been the best thing in the world that you didn't play at Goodison because I think you might have collapsed and died.
Why?
Because you're stressing over a little charity game at Witness. Could you imagine if you'd played at Goodison? You would have been a puddle. You would have been a little puddle.
Do you know how many energy drinks I would have taken to try and make sure that I get through it as well?
3.
Do you know what would be really interesting though? Know if we got his kit and we sewed loads of like bread to the collar. So the seagulls came down as he was playing.
You know, he's big behind the camera when it comes to the seagulls.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian says, why why can't the game be at Goodison Park? Surely you would get more people. I don't know, mate. I didn't organise it. I'm just playing. Would have been really nice.
Well, it's fine that it's at Widnes, though. It's a good venue.
Less pressure for you, Ned.
Make the most.
It's not
of it.
what you said before.
So if you're local, just get down. Don't not even worry about getting down. Just donate the money for a good cause.
Just it should be
pick up your phones.
The link
give us
should
your
be in the
money.
comments if you'd like to just donate a little bit of money to help. It is for men's mental health, which is really important. And we did speak about it last Friday on the show, didn't we? And it was I've had some really nice comments since that from a lot of people talking about things like ADHD and autism and mental health. And I've had really good feedback on that. So if you'd like to donate, even if it's just a tiny amount, £1, whatever, it helps the charity out, doesn't it, at the end of the day. Gary Ward says, Hardy. Nathan says, going back to the convo yesterday about black belts, I got my blue belt in November, and that's training 3-4 times a week for 2.5 years. If you're dedicated, and I imagine you could get your black belt in 10 years. 10 years?
Oh no, it does take a while.
Not that dedicated. Isn't it like a speed pass?
Accelerated. Like you do kids jiu-jitsu
Just
instead.
go in and take on the best black belt.
Yeah.
I'll take him.
You!
And then rip his black belt off.
He says,
use
but
them
you'd have to
man in
be
here.
like Baz and let the workers do your job while you focus on training. There you go. Nice one, Nate. So 10 years to get a black belt. To be fair, I mean, that is like top of the tree, isn't it? I wouldn't expect it to happen quick, but 10 years, fair play. Fair play. And listen, if it is something you love and it is something you get into, then you will do it. You will get into it. There's just that thing, isn't it, of like the idea of having a black belt, isn't it, when you were a kid and stuff.
Cool.
It does sound cool, doesn't it? It's like, oh, you could just do what Danielson did in Karate Kid and just rob it out of someone's belt.
Yeah.
A bag, sorry.
Well, because you had to be a black belt.
Because he was technically sort of a black belt. He just hadn't done like, you know, the
But if you had
exam.
the skills of a black belt, but you weren't like certified, it's
Did
like
he have the skills of a black belt?
I don't know, but they were all kids though.
They were all crap.
They were all
black belt,
kids,
yeah.
weren't they?
Yeah.
In that film. So rarely did anyone have a black belt. Are you telling me
There's no
all
way-
those
there's
kids
no
are
way-
black
there's
belts?
No way that fatty bum in Cobra Kai who got his ass whooped and he just did this and got booted was a black belt.
Can't say that.
I don't think you can say that now.
But it's sort of like
He was a bad guy, so it's all
it's
right.
like having all the knowledge to be a brilliant lawyer, and like you've tried and you are a brilliant lawyer, but you've not like officially like passed the bar exam.
Yeah.
So you're not like officially a lawyer, but you know, one like realistically, you're like the best.
Absolutely. But it's like Nathan, and if you're loving it,
fair
mate,
play
then that's
to you.
brilliant.
Some
3-4.
chocolates
That's some
aren't them.
dedication. That 3-4 times a week,
Like
because
you love Cobra Kai.
that's the thing in Cobra Kai. You find out that they all sort of got their redemption stories, don't you? And they all realised they were bad knobheads.
Yeah.
Utter silence from Ned. Utter silence.
Don't get it.
In Cobra Kai, the TV program, you found out that all the people who were in Cobra Kai in the original films
Oh, yeah.
realised that they were all bit knobheads, and they had that scene where because one of them was dying of cancer in real life, didn't he?
Well,
And they
yeah,
got
that
him in, and he died not long
fight
after,
scene.
and it was dead nice and stuff. That's the god, Ned. So fair play. Mark says it's like Babe Station for blues. This.
I mean, I hope you're not pleasuring yourself to this. I mean, whatever you're into, but it would make me feel somewhat more comfortable if I knew that you weren't.
Did you have you seen? You won't have seen this, but the program, The Responder, the one set in Liverpool. There's a scene in it where he has to go for counselling. It's like a men's group, and there's a fella there going, "I was dead lonely, so I just started ringing up Babe Station." And they were like, "What did you do?" And it's, I just had a chat with the girl, like. I was just dead lonely.
Yeah.
You know what it's like though, so, you know, Afterlife, Ricky Gervais, and there's a scene in like one of the first season, I think it is, where like, he pays this prostitute to come round and like
just
do
have
the
a chat.
dishes and like just have a chat, like have a chinwag and that.
Yeah.
Like he's like, how much for an hour of your time? And like probably pays her like a lot more than it's worth to just like get the dishes cleaned and that.
John Chadwick says, "Hi, Ped and Jack. What do you think of the pictures of Everton's new top?" What do you think of the pictures of Everton's new top?
I think it looks nice, to be honest. I don't mind an Everton top that's not too complicated.
I think
it's got a little bit of pattern on it.
I like it, and it's got a pattern in it. And
thought you were asking me if I liked it.
well, no, you'll say I'm going to fight. This is how it works. This is how it works. You have a conversation. I like it as well, and the only issue is I think there hasn't been an issue about Castori's designs. There's been an issue about Castori's quality. That's the problem, isn't it? So design-wise and all that kind of thing, I think Castori have been all right, but it is the quality of gear, the shirt getting too heavy with water and all that kind of thing.
And the people buying the gear as well often, you know, come printed wrong. I've seen a lot where they've come like printed upside down as well, and just seems like a quality control issue a lot of the time as well. On the actual kit itself, I think it looks nice if that's the kit. I do wish it was a like commemorative last season at Goodison Park one though. But
it doesn't seem like there's too many nods to Goodison or our history really. There's a pattern in it. And I've been told what that pattern is supposed to represent. I don't know if it's real or not. I'm not going to really start talking about it. It's something to do with the badge. But it doesn't really have too many nods to Goodison, which I'm hoping means that. I'm hoping, but I've got no idea, that they might have something special for the last game. Because I'd be a bit like... I've said this before, I've said this a few times. If we play all season in a kit... by the time we get to the last game, it's not special anymore, is it? It's not really a special kit then. I'd like them to have a one-off kit for the last game.
Yeah, I'd like it for the full season, to be honest. I think it'd just
But it
look
is for the full season. It's just that for that last game, you have a different kit.
No, but like a commemorative kit for the entire season, I'd personally just like... I'm not thinking from a, you know, what's best for the club financially, because you can launch
I'm not.
I'm just thinking it'd look cool. You know, especially against all the modern kits all season. I think it'd just be nice. And for me, the thing is, you only get one opportunity to do this, because we're not going to be leaving Goodison Park again, are we? No. You know, we're leaving and it's done.
No, that's what I mean, though.
So
by the base, but that's what I'm saying. By the looks of it, that shirt that we're getting doesn't look like it's got too many nods to our history, and therefore doesn't really strike me as a kit that is a great kit to have as a signing off for the last game of Goodison Park. There might be other things, I don't know. There might be other things that I don't know, whether they have special training tops or stuff like we've had recently with things like the LGBT one and the one for the Irish one and things like that. There might be training tops they have, I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks a nice kit. It looks a nice... No sort of mad surprises on it. No sort of... It's blue and it looks like the right shade of blue. It's got... The collar looks all right on it. It doesn't look like it's got too many bells and whistles, which I think is important. But I'd just like to see a kit for the last game that didn't have Stake on it, that didn't even have Castori on it, just had the Everton badge. And it's not even that Everton badge I'd want. I'd want something like the... Ned, is the commemorative... Can you see if the commemorative kit's there? It'll be somewhere within the blue.
Within the blue?
Yeah, well, we have segments for our kits, don't we? You got it? No, we'll find it. The badge on that, which Ned's going to get me now. Something like that on the last kit, so it's not ruined by... You could have Stake on it, but the Stake would be the same colour blue. The Castori would be the same colour blue. That's what they have on a lot of these kits. But I have no issues. I don't know when we're going to see it properly. Yes, we have got it. Should be there, unless someone's half-inched it. Isn't that it? No, have you got it? Yeah, I'll pass it over. I mean, that's the kit, mate, isn't it? That's the kit right there. That is unbelievable. I mean, that is my personal kit. But socks as well. But like the whole kit was amazing because the socks were dark, weren't they? You know, it's obvious that badge is brilliant. There is Umbro there, but it's in the same colour. They call it tone on tone. So you could have the Castori there. On the back, it's got Goodison Park 125 years, so you could have something else on the back for that. And that is, I think, what everybody feels is the absolute perfect Everton kit. It doesn't get any more perfect. In fact, that's so perfect that I don't know how you top that. And maybe you don't. Maybe you just make a copy of that kit. And the shorts were white and the socks were navy, weren't they? It's just gorgeous, that. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think that'll be maybe the kit I wear, maybe on the last game of Goodison. I think that'll probably be the one, because I just think that's perfect. I'm going to run on.
He's on the bench.
I'm on the bench, yeah. That's just a perfect kit. And the material on that is lovely as well. Ooh. It feels tailored rather than anything else. Thank you, Nedrich.
You know what, though? I would just really like the idea of having a kit like that, but for the full season. Because when do you get to see a club do that? You know, clubs might have one-off kits for special occasions.
Ned, do me a favour. Go and check the front door for me, please. I apologise. Just go and check the front door for me.
But, you know, when have you ever seen a club commit to having a kit like that for an entire season? It'd feel different and a little bit ahead of the curve. And, you know, it'd be brave to move away from the modern sort of minimalist style of kits as well.
Yeah. No, that's mad that we had that kit and we only actually used it once. It's so nice.
Just for it to remind us of Sandro Ramirez.
Yeah. No, I always see the picture of Wayne Rooney. I always think Wayne Rooney for that kit. It's like him in that kit is like. Do you know the only thing that ruined that kit as well? The names and numbers they used on it were crap.
Yeah.
Like they were the Everton font. We've got it on one of the shirts over there. It's that Everton font, but it looks so out of place. Anything there?
Yeah.
What have you done with it?
Right on there it is.
Okay. There you go. Okay, you can come back now.
Come on back.
What was that?
And I jump over the camera.
You just sort of stalled in front of the actual camera for a longer period because that's when you hit the ground.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's a great kit. It's an absolute great kit. Let's have a look. Nathan says, yes, Cannavaro was the captain. Steve P says, Ped, 4 positions we need to strengthen this window, not including replacing Brandwaite Onana. For me, it's 2 fast wingers, a ball-carrying centre midfielder, and a more attacking left-back. Go on, Jack. 4 positions that just to improve this team without anyone leaving.
Without anyone leaving. Right winger, left winger, centre mid, right back. I mean, if you're going to get a right back, you would have to have people leaving. You would need to maybe loan out Patterson and maybe you'd sell Godfrey as well. But I do think we miss a right back more than we miss a left back, as much as stylistically Michalenko isn't necessarily suited to us. He's at least a good player.
Yeah.
Just maybe not stylistically what we need. Whereas right back, I feel like we lack stylistic fitting and we lack quality as well.
No, I think. Listen, yeah, definitely think we need at least one fast winger, someone who can pick the ball up and run with it. That would probably be. I don't know. Would you if you're going to go for one? If Harrison comes back, let's just say, and then you've got 2 left-footed ones, would you want a right-footed who can play on the left and also play on the right? Would that make more sense?
Yeah, I suppose so.
There's no point having another left-footer, is there?
No, because then you've got 3, even though I do think Harrison and McNeil are both left wingers. I don't see either of them as an option to play on the right. But yeah, you do need right footers in there, so maybe get a right-footed right winger.
Yeah, I definitely want to. I think you're right about a right back. Someone who can come in and play straight from the off, and you're not worrying about that position, or you're not thinking I'm going to have to change this round for anyone or anything like that. But also, you're right. I think we do need a more attacking left back. I don't think it's as needed like straight off the bat because of how well Michalenko's done. But at the same time, you think about all that space that Dwight McNeil created when he comes inside. We do need a left back as well.
Well, what about someone like Ryan Sessegnon, who's available on a free transfer?
It's just his injury record, isn't it? But we were talking about this yesterday, weren't we? It's like, can Everton afford to take gambles on free transfers, even though they're free, when we know their injury records aren't great?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a start and left back necessarily. It'd be an option to change things up and to have that more attacking option. And you know, if he's not available, you've still got a good player you can bring in, or good player you can play and not worry about. Stylistically it's different, but we know we can get by with that. It's worked this season.
Yeah,
and I do think in terms of buying a left back, while we do need one stylistically, in terms of player quality, we do have a good left back. And do you want to be spending money in a position
you're right,
where you've already got a good player?
See, that's the tricky problem. Is that Everton could. I don't know if desperate is the word, because we can get away with it. But I just think at least one fullback who can get forward really opens your team up. And it's just the fact that McNeil playing off the left hand side and cutting in. you would look at it at left back, but you're absolutely right. There's no need for a left back. So right back straight off, you go, yeah, we do need a right back. And whether people might go, oh, we got Patterson, but the manager just clearly doesn't think he's up to it. And the others, too, you know, Seamus, if he signs a contract, this would be his last season, I imagine. So yeah, a right back, and I'd like a centre midfielder who's a playmaker. I'd like an old traditional 10 or 8. An actual playmaker. Corey makes the runs. We're all well aware of that. But put the ball at his feet. He's not got the ability to open. We need a player who can open teams up. So that would definitely be in there. So definitely, so I'd say a right winger or a left winger with a right foot. 1. A right back is 2. A playmaker, 8 is someone good with the ball is 3. Centre forward is like, that's another position you go, we don't score enough goals. We've got 3 centre forwards and they don't get enough service. So I'd say those 3. And then I would probably, so the 4th one, I think I'd probably, it's interesting. I don't know.
Not going for a fullback.
A left back. Yeah, I'll throw a left back in there. I'll say 2. I don't know. A right back. No, you know what? I'll say another centre back. Actually, I'll say centre back. Another centre back, so that Keane and Holgate can go. A right back, a number 8 playmaker, stroke 10, and a right-footed winger who can play on both sides. That's who's got pace. That's what I'd go for. That's my 4. Do you concur?
Yeah, I can respect that.
Okay, fair.
Now I want names.
I can't give you names, mate. I'm the last person to ask for names. Steve says, what was the live quiz you did a few years ago when people had to download an app? It was great fun. Should do it again. You know what? It was brilliant.
Cahoots.
It was Cahoots. But the problem was we did it during lockdown and it really was good. There was 2 issues with it. One, you had to do your own questions, which took ages. And the second problem was, well, there was 2 other problems. One was like, you had to pay for it. We had to pay for it. And like, the money it cost was just silly. You know, you were allowed X amount of people in the room to play it for X amount of money. And the third thing was, it was really easy to hack. So you'd never get through a full quiz because people were hacking them. People were hacking the system. So basically, I'd do the quiz. You had your phone. You have an app on your phone, and you'd press the button. And if you got so many right in a thing,
played Kahoot before.
You'd get through to the next bit. Well, people were hacking it, and it wouldn't let you through to the next thing because so many people were using it all at once. They were hacking into your room. So many people were using it all at once that it broke it. So we very rarely got to fill the quiz all in one go. But no, it was great, and I don't know. That was 2-3 years ago now. Maybe there's a better system in place now, or
4 years ago.
Was it 4 years ago?
Yeah. It was actually 4 years ago.
I just completely forget when COVID was because it just like
it was when we went into lockdown. Yeah. The first lockdown.
We were just trying to come up with ideas, weren't we, at the time to get interaction and get people watching and stuff. Anyway.
4 years ago, Jesus.
Ned sent me. Oh no, it doesn't matter.
Send me on my way.
James Wallen says, "Be careful of the bounce at Widnes. If it's one of the worst 4G installs I've seen."
Mm.
It's just hard.
It's like short and hard. It's almost like old turf, but dry. Like the rugby league teams moan about it all the time.
See, I heard it wasn't very good, and
you just gotta wear obviously don't wear studs on it, but you shouldn't wear that on any 4G. You just gotta wear comfortable boots and get good, have good grip.
I can't see me lasting too long if it's not good. Good.
Yeah, not nice. Just wear something on your knees.
Just gonna walk off.
I'm gonna put on my knees.
Lads,
hamstring.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful on those pitches. You know, Messi won't play on them as well.
David
So
Beckham ruins his career. Didn't really ruin it, but
he also says, "Did you get the 98 top from the H-Gate?" I did, mate, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And the reason why I did is because Everton don't sell that kit. And if you want to buy it online, like second-hand one, they're very, very expensive. So I have no issue in saying that I got that off the H-Gate because Everton don't sell it. So I got the shirt, but the name and numbers, I got them separately. I bought them separately because they're proper names and numbers, and I got someone to print them on for me.
That is the actual right colour as well. It's meant to be.
Yeah, it is. It is. No, it's a good DH gate. The only thing is on the front side of it, where the pattern was like its own thing. It's not. It's in the shirt, but it doesn't really matter. But I only got it because I'm not a massive fan of that shirt, but I sort of wanted a shirt that I could put Materazzi on. So the white one would have been better, but I just thought, I seen that and I thought I'll grab that. It was like, what? They're about 13 quid to wait 3 weeks for it to come. So, yeah. Mark Max says, what is the worst Everton home and away kit?
In the same season?
No, just ever.
Worst home one in recent memory is the Angry Birds one.
Yeah, the Rooney one. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, it was training.
No, it's terrible. I remember going into Goodison to look at that, doing a video on it, and I just walked in and I was just like, and the people at Everton were just like, be nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, so you're making a video about it and you're trying to be positive.
It's training top.
Well, it's certainly blue.
But you're like, yeah, the lighting in here is not very good. Because Everton had the habit of letting us, we'd go to Goodison to see the shirt rather than give it to us, you know, in our studio and stuff. You'd go there and they'd put us in the most stupidest. I mean, once we went up to see the silver kit when Rooney came, and we were in the storeroom in the club shop. It's like there was nowhere to film it, and people are working. Oh, it's so stupid. Instead of just going, "Yeah, lads, it's the shirt."
Yeah,
make a good video with
or just send someone's arm of it, and then he takes it back at the end of the day.
Oh, they've done that a few times. Not that we get the shirts anymore. Obviously, we don't get the shirts anymore because I don't know.
Worst away kit.
Well, the worst home kit for me is not that, actually. The worst home kit for me is the 86 home kit. I hate the 86 home kit.
I like the 86
one. I hate it. It's not Everton. It's not Everton.
Yeah, that's what makes it special.
No, it's not, mate. That bit, I hate it. I hate that kit. The worst away kit. Go on, what's your worst away kit? See, I like away kits that you can be wacky. So I like that.
Yeah, and in the spirit of wackiness, I do like the general idea of the pink kits, but when we added the pink and black stripes,
which pink and black stripes?
With like the
sports
hoops, yeah,
that one.
Yeah,
that's boss.
No, don't love it. Okay. Don't love it.
Okay. What about that? Do you like that?
I love that one.
See, that's weird, isn't it? That you like that but don't like that. I love that kit. I don't know. I'm trying to think. There's been a couple of odd ones in the last couple of seasons. I'm trying to think if there's anything I really dislike. I don't think there's anything I really dislike, to be honest. I hate it. I think when the tractor kit came out in '95, I really hated it at the time, but I think I got used to it. But it was never as good as the year before's, which is my favourite Everton kit of all time, the pinstripes. What did you think about the one when Rooney came back, the third kit that we wore at Manchester City?
The purple?
Yeah, because it's so weird. Doesn't make any sense.
Didn't like that one.
See, I'm trying to get my hands on one of them and I'm going to get it done with the B on it. But the game with Rooney 10 on the back because he obviously scored at Man City. I was at that game with the Etihad. We do 1-1.
Zach's got one signed, hasn't he?
There's one over there, isn't there? Yeah, there's one over there that Zach's got that he signed. I'm trying to think of like bad. I'll tell you what's not great. See that yellow one there? Throw me that yellow one there, Ned. That one there. I always associate. Yeah, this one I always associate with Yannick Bolasie and Ashley Williams. And I tell you what I don't like
bad
about
memories.
This. No, we won games in it. So that one. I'll tell you what I don't like about that. I mean, I think you can see straight away what's rubbish about it.
The white Chang.
The white Chang.
Should be blue.
Why is the Chang white? It should be blue. Like, you can't even see it on that screen. All you can see is a big white blob.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't hate it. I feel like it makes it quite bold.
No, the white's terrible, though. Your sponsor should always match your idents. So blue, blue, blue. You put a blue number on it, and that should match. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
You know
it's
what?
a weird yellow as well. No, when we were talking about amber yesterday,
Yeah.
we said about amber and yellow.
It's a pastel yellow, isn't it?
And it's not amber.
It's banana yellow.
One up top.
Which? No, that was the away kit when Rooney came back.
You know which one I didn't love?
Scored that big, massive. He scored that long goal.
What did you not love?
The I think it was the third kit in 22. You know, the white one. Had like the tractor line down the middle.
The amber tractor line.
Oh, I like that.
I think it looked like a Leeds kit.
Yeah, but it's not a Leeds kit. You know, Leeds didn't get wear white till like the 60s.
No.
No, I'm giving you a bit of history. So Leeds changed their kit. Yeah, Leeds changed their kit, right? So that always reminds me. That reminds me of Crystal Palace when we got beaten the cup. But I think that's a good kit. I'll tell you why. Right. So that's Bosch.
I love that.
So grab past that. That's Bosch. That's a very. But look at the way all the colours match on that. It's all one. That is beautiful. I really like that.
I just don't like the neck collar. I don't like the pattern.
High Umbro wasn't
Humbro. That's a nice shirt. Always reminds me of
This one's with Andy Johnson.
Andre Gomez. That. So, what was the talking about then? I can't remember. So that one, Leeds didn't start wearing white, right?
Howard's, isn't it?
Got that. Leeds didn't start wearing white till like the 60s or the 50s because the guy who owned them at the time, or the manager, said that he wanted to look like Real Madrid.
Ah.
Right, so Everton were wearing white before that, but that kit is based on a Everton kit from the 50s that was white, that had like a yellow bar across it.
Yeah.
And that's what it was based on, and the original's actually better than that. So
Yeah, I think the actual kit design itself's nice, but I just can't look at it without thinking about Leeds.
fair play.
And no one wants to think about Leeds.
No. I do find it weird that every time we
That's
have
a nice kit.
every time we have a white kit, people just go, looks like Leeds.
No, but that one, because it's got like the yellow and that down the middle, like specifically reminds me of Leeds, because it feels like their colours.
Yeah. Right. Let's see more. I don't know where are all the callers tonight. Are you having the summer off? It's fine if you are. That's fine. Sarah says sewing bread to his shirt, comedy gold. That would be hilarious. Sarah wants to see it, Ned, and if Sarah wants to see it, you better show her it. That's all I'm saying. Jay Beard says 8.5 years I've been doing BJJ. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's what they call it. It's a bit off on that, though, isn't it? What are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm having a BJJ.
Yeah. Just BJ.
BJJ. He's a brown belt.
Oh God.
Take a long time to get to it, lads, but it's brilliant sport, and you getting beat and leave your ego behind. No, fair play. I like the idea of it. I'm just not. It's just yeah.
Genuinely one of the most impressive like fighting disciplines as well, jiu-jitsu.
No, when you see people actually do it properly, you'd think to yourself, God, I'd love to do that.
But it's like the old story about like how the UFC started, and it was like one night tournaments, and there's someone from every fighting discipline, like boxing and sumo, wrestling, karate,
basically Street Fighter.
Yeah, but it was like everyone from a different like discipline, and it was the jiu-jitsu lad, Royce Gracie, who came in and just smoked everyone.
Brilliant. Let's have a look here. Steam Rocks says it was my 15th birthday last Tuesday. There you go. Happy birthday, Steam Rocks.
Happy birthday.
Joe says the away night kits from 2013 were great, but the sleeves were ridiculously long.
2013, 14. Like
no, 12, 13. Sorry.
12, 13.
Yeah.
The black and yellow one. And
we've got the black and yellow one.
And what
there.
was the other one? What was the third kit?
White.
Yeah. Oh,
they were
yeah,
basically the same kit, weren't they?
Yeah.
Basically, Nike did not try hard.
I had the black and yellow one. It was a nice kit. I had my Ralas on the back.
Jonathan says he can't stand. Oh, sorry. No. Dalt says I hate our current third kit. That one.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one because I'm obviously a kid of the 80s, and the template was based on the Denmark kit from 86, and that was like when we were kids. That was a massively important kit.
Was that Hummel as well?
Because everything was really boring. And suddenly, and all the Sunday League kits in Liverpool had a version of it.
Yeah.
And so any kid my age at that time will be really fond of this kit.
Like that
this
kit.
design.
Do you like the pink one with like the diamonds on?
From when?
This year or last year? The most recent pink one, like the salmon pink with like the diamonds almost on it.
Oh, the away kit?
Yeah.
With the stripes?
Yeah,
it's
like
all right. I prefer the original in 92.
22, 23.
Oh, that?
Yeah,
I'm all right with that. It's not. I'm not massively fond of it, but I'm all right with that. Well, that kit, that was. So we were in Minnesota, and we went to this event at an event in like this footy place, which had amazing food, didn't it, Ned?
Mexican food.
The Mexican food was amazing, and they basically just went, do you want to come in the back here? We've got the new kit. Do you want to do something with it? And we were like, oh, well, we will, but we haven't brought any gear. And he took us into this cavernous room, right, where Baz put it on, and there's pictures of Baz modelling in it. We done a video, didn't we? And the audio was terrible, but we had to be in this. Like all the fans were in the other room, and we were in this little room where they had to like put these sliding doors so no one could see us. And they were like, "This is Tom Davis's kit. He's wearing this tomorrow, so like you can't take it or anything. You just need to do a video here." So we didn't have proper mics. The sound on it. Well, we did have proper mics, but the sound in the room was terrible. So what we had to do is we had to get the video. When we went back to our hotel room, me and Ned stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning. We had to put a voiceover on it because the audio was ruined. And literally, the shit was getting announced
at 2 o'clock in the morning.
At like 2 o'clock in the morning, American time, but obviously
which was 8 a.m.
Yeah, 8 a.m. where we were. And me and Ned were like this in the hotel room, trying to put this video together to have it out by 8 o'clock, and we literally just did it. And everyone else was like, "Oh, what have you been up to?" And like, you know, working out bollocks. I have to put this video out.
Sleep going.
It was honestly.
Let's go in. This is a nice kid. And Baz is like. And that's when I went back to Cam and had the room by himself for like 2 hours for the first time for a week.
Don't say what Cam was doing when you went back.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was wrong. It was wrong.
Did it involve another party or was it just...
No, his own party. Ross said my dad has the Everton shirt from the 20s, which has lace on the front collar. He's had it for years. Nice one. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
How long did orders from the H-Gate take?
3 weeks.
Oh really? Yeah. That long?
Yeah. They come by boat. So it's one of those
things. Bring them down.
Not that I would tell anyone to buy anything from the H-Gate.
No.
But
and not that I would buy anything from the
it's not illegal.
Why not?
The thing about it is, it's not illegal.
Oh, I'm joking.
It's just that I wouldn't buy any Everton stuff because I wouldn't take money off my football club. But Everton don't sell that. Don't sell it.
I know. I'm taking
so that's
the
why
piss.
It's fine. It's a retro kit. But there you go. Stiardi says, just read the Carabao Cup is going to be seeded next season. Do you think that's a good idea? I don't know whether it's a good idea. It's just the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
They want football. They want their cake and eat it. They want a brilliant tournament.
I feel like it hurts the chances of an underdog.
No, that's what I was going to say. But see, what I find interesting about this is, right, apart from that you spilt water all over your top.
I know.
I just wanted everyone to see it. See, what I find interesting is people want teams, or these teams want to play big teams, don't they, to get their money. And then when people say, let's seed it, people kick off. But people want to see lower division teams playing bigger division teams. But when it's done on purpose, people kick off about it. And I'm in the middle. I'm not like saying one thing's better than the other.
I suppose the argument is when it's done more by design, no, it feels less authentic. And when you're guaranteed almost to be playing a bigger team, maybe it loses that interest in these sort of spectacle games where Shrewsbury can, get Chelsea away or Chelsea at home even. It feels less important than it might do if it's not a guarantee and you're not playing a team of that calibre every season.
I just think that, see, this is where it's a bit weird is, most years, the cup final ends up being two pretty big Premier League teams, doesn't it, in the final anyway? So I can understand why they want this, because they're looking at it going, well, when does anyone ever get to the final? It's always the same. All right, you might get a couple of teams in the semis, or one team in the semis and a couple of teams in the quarters who are one of these teams that have a chance. But here's another way of looking at it. If you're a lower league team and you're guaranteed to get a Arsenal or a Man City or a Man United in, let's say, the fourth round, aren't you more likely to play them at their weakest when they care less about this competition than you would be if you got to the semi-final? I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate by saying that, by the way. But if you did do well and you did avoid the big boys and you got to the semi-final, you might be the only one in the semis. And I guarantee when you play them over two legs, even though isn't it one leg soon? If you play them over two legs, you've got no chance.
No, but I suppose the journey of it feels a bit more, maybe there's more money in that if you played them in a later stage, then
possibly,
you've gone through a few games and already got that prize money than if you draw them in the first round and you go out. And it really feels like a David Goliath situation if it's Man City in the semi-final rather than Man City in the first round.
I get it on both ways. I also look at the situation that Real Madrid playing Manchester City in the Champions League this season, and people would have loved that to have been the final. So if it had been seeded, there's more chance that would have been the final. And people go, well, that's not a real cup competition. And I get that. And I'm not one way or another. But I know people would love it if that would be in the final rather than the quarterfinals. How excited are people that it's Real Madrid Dortmund? Well, people will be, because they'll be like, well, yeah, Dortmund are in the final. But if Real Madrid batter them, and then we go, oh, we never got the proper final. The proper final was Real Madrid Man City. I know that's a cup competition. I'm just being devil's advocate and saying that that's the way things are.
For me, seeding in the Carabao Cup is better and more palatable than seeding in the Champions League, because Carabao Cup, like you say, the teams who are likely going to get to the final stages will be the same variations of the same groups of teams anyway, won't it? Whereas Champions League, it's almost anyone can play anyone. Yeah, and again, it makes these big games feel more natural and more authentic if they come together a bit more naturally, rather than it's City, Real Madrid every 3 years because they're seeded to avoid each other. I
suppose in the Carabao Cup it works both ways, doesn't it? Because people will go, well, how often do these teams get to the finals anyway? And then they'll go, well, so why are you making it seeds then?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, well, leave it as it is then, because if we're not doing any harm, but then they could, as I said, they could come. See, the way people look at it will automatically be, well, you're trying to keep the big boys apart, and they'll go, yeah, we are, because we're actually trying to get some big paydays for some lower league teams.
Yeah.
But we don't want to say that. You know what I mean? And that's I think what people forget.
I think the interesting thing is, though, if it works in a way that filters out, a lot of the weaker and smaller teams, by the time we get to semi-final season, which is usually in the winter period, sometimes, maybe if you're Man City and you've been seeded to avoid all the big teams and you get to the semi-final and your semi-final's Arsenal, you'd maybe rather not be playing Arsenal in a busy winter period, and you'd maybe rather, Fulham got to the semi-final and we got them instead.
Yeah, it's interesting. But you know what, right? Like all of these things, right? If it doesn't work, they can change it back.
Yeah.
There's this idea in football that once something's changed, that's it. It's like the same with the offside rule. If they change the offside rule and they do the daylight rule, they can always change it back. We could have a year without VAR maybe, and then if it's terrible, people can go, we can bring VAR back then. These things don't have to be set in stone. The rules in football have changed all the way through. We used to play without nets. We used to play where if you took a corner, you could dribble it into the goal. And it got changed because I think Everton scored directly from a corner by literally dribbling it. Things have changed in football for years. We had the rule where if you spoke back to the referee, the wall went 10 yards further back. We've had all kinds of changes in football. We've had changes in the offside. We've had changes all the time. There is no one authentic football.
No. Do you think we could have a year almost like the Purge, where there's no rules, no offsides, fouls,
Jordan Pickford wants
dead
that.
lenient, like free kicks, like handball, unless it takes place like in the box, or unless you've got direct hold of it. You can swat the ball away, but you can't like grab it unless you're the keeper. Do you reckon that'd be cool if we had, even if we just had like a month in the season, like Purge season?
Yeah, anything goes. Be interesting, wouldn't it?
Like you've got keepers going to take goal kicks, and like the attacker just slides in and like gets it and scores.
It's just a really interesting concept, and I'd like to see maybe that given.
Maybe they should be the rules for Saturday.
Chaos season.
No rules.
No rules on Ned.
The only rule is there are no rules.
Yeah. Benny says the seeding element in the FA Cup removes some of the potential for magic. Well, it's not in the FA Cup, it's in the League Cup, isn't it? The Carabao Cup makes everything more predictable,
Carling Cup,
which isn't good,
if you will.
I don't think it's ever going to come into the FA Cup, because the magic of the FA Cup is that it's not seeded. I think the Carabao's slightly different because it is a cup competition by the EFL, and the EFL have to look after the best interests of the other league teams, and also they have to look after the interest of them by protecting the Premier League clubs, because there might be that's why the Premier League clubs in Europe don't come into it till the fourth round, and there'll be more stuff to protect them, because they know that the money comes from those clubs, and if they ever say we don't want to be in this anymore, no one could really stop them. No one could stop Premier League clubs leaving the League Cup if they wanted to. But the EFL teams know, EFL knows that to protect its teams, it needs as much revenue. It needs the best TV deal. Not going to have a good TV deal if Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City are not in it. So it needs to protect those teams, and that's why it's probably doing this. As I said, it might feel counterproductive, but they'll look at it and go, it's not. Right, I'm going to do a couple more refreshers and then we're going to be done, because no one's ringing us, and I feel sad. Steve Hardy says favourite away kit is the green and orange one.
Ooh,
the one from Southampton, the one that we've got, the Coleman one. Fantastic kit. We beat Reading in that kit as well, I think. Delafeu might have scored a free kick in the League Cup.
Yeah, I think we won most of our games in that kit, didn't we? If not,
there are some kits that feel really lucky. Like this season's away kit didn't feel lucky.
No.
But that did feel lucky.
There's kits that get ruined as well, like the Black Watch kit.
And I think, I think players know that as well. So I think there's days when the players will go, no, we want to wear like that kit, not the other. That kit's unlucky. We keep on getting beaten that. Whereas I think that was a pretty lucky kit this season. I can't remember too many games we lost in that.
No, none spring to mind.
Yeah, we drew with Luton at the end. We beat Palace in it.
Do you know what I didn't like? The white one for Marco Silva's first season, and we had to wear it for Palace, this first game
from the season before.
Oh, the white and purple.
Yeah.
That was a bad kit.
That was a bad kit. But we beat Burnley 5-0 in that on Boxing Day.
We did.
So some kits you go, I remember that. Did we beat Leicester in it as well? 2-1. He who can't be named scored that amazing goal.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
What was the other?
Yeah, the 10.
What was the other kit that season? Marco Silva. What was the third or away?
Wasn't it black?
Silva's first season. Black, was it?
Was it black?
Black and pink.
Black and yellow,
Yeah, Bernard wore black and pink, yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was. But we've got it.
Show us it. Not that one.
No, we've got it.
It'll be an Umbro one, won't it?
Fabric of Everton.
That's it.
Let's see. Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember
the one I wore on Sky
Yeah.
Sports News.
Yeah.
Flash it over. I wore it on Sky Sports News on deadline day, didn't I?
Yeah.
With my famous thing.
Won the transfer window.
That the white one.
That's a beautiful kit.
That's a very nice kit,
That's
that.
a nice kit, that.
Do we not wear that at Leicester?
That's not black, though, is it? That's graphite. That's actually grey.
It's black.
Charcoal.
Graphite. That's the weird. You don't call something charcoal.
No, it's grey black at the end of the
It's
day.
graphite, you pair of
Stop
people.
inventing new colours. Honestly,
It's not a new colour.
This generation.
It's not a new colour.
Inventing colours, going, oh, actually, it looks turquoise. Like,
Charcoal polyester.
Charcoal. I like that.
Charcoal polyester. I don't think polyester's a colour. Maybe it is. Ned goes by whatever colour, well, both of you do, whatever colour Montrix is.
I'm not wearing Monterex today. I'm wearing official Toffee TV merch.
I'm wearing double Monterex.
Double Montrix.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with
Nice
double
one.
Montrix.
Double Monties.
Did you watch that? I'll have to send you a video that was done last week by, what's it called? Dingo Animation, Scouts Animation. What's it called?
Oh, animation fella.
Did you see the one about where he come up with his new brand?
I've not watched
His
it in
outdoor.
years.
I'll send you.
No.
I only someone I sent it to Ned, and I don't think Ned commented. And I don't think he quite got it. It was too long for him, holding his attention for too long.
It's that generation.
Curtis says that's not black. That's graphite. A ridiculous claim. It's not black. It's not black. I think we all agree it's not black. We just couldn't agree on the name of what it was. It's definitely not black.
Charcoal
Or graphite. Whichever one you want to call
Or
it.
like a grey black, like a dark grey. To use the
Grey. Let's just say grey. Let's just say grey for the sake of arguments.
Mr. Grey.
Detective Riggs says, yeah, the one that you've got Coleman on the back. The grey one from behind you saw Coleman chest the ball into his own net. Lost 3-0 at Wolves. Did we lose 3-0 at Wolves in that? Did we win that at Bournemouth as well? Did we?
No, we wore
I
all
don't know.
blue at Bournemouth.
Yeah,
I don't remember wearing it at
Why would we
Bournemouth.
wear grey?
I think we wore all blue.
Why would we wear blue at Wolves as well? Grey at Wolves? Should we just wear blue, wouldn't we?
We beat Palace, innit?
We
The
did.
guy Nagay slide tackled the third goal.
He did. Slide tackle. No, Baz won't have it, but he did slide tackle. Literally slide tackle it in.
It wasn't a shot, was it?
No. Well, it was a shot. It's just that was a slide tackle shot. So,
If he thought if I shoot, then it'll go over the bar, so I'll tackle it and it'll go in.
yeah, he saved his best goal for Goodison. Dick L's in the comments. He says, I've had a couple of beers on the way home from work and told her I had to work late, but she's clocked me. She's not happy. I think she's more annoyed that I lied. I'm so stupid sometimes. I think you're forgetting that you've just said that on public to a YouTube channel that was going to read it out.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's trying to atone for the sins because he's been caught out and he feels bad.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that, Dick.
Yeah. Dirty Dick.
Yes,
Happy day. Right, the Curtis just says just check the highlights and we did wear grey at Bournemouth and Wolves.
Oh,
Ned, you're wrong.
we've been living a lie.
Are you sure we wore grey?
I've got the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I've got the Mandela effect.
Mandela.
Really hot.
We wore them. We probably wore them. See, I didn't remember. I was just going off guesswork because why would we wear? But then we have started wearing, because we could have wore blue against Luton, couldn't we? Really? We did start around Christmas. We always wear one of our other kits when we could wear blue because they want to sell the kits.
Yeah, they want to sell the kit.
They want to sell the kits, and it's
Bit woke, that.
you love saying that with no reason, for no reason.
The modern way.
Yeah. Oh well, then if we lost the Wolves and Bournemouth, then that's took the shine off that
No,
kit.
take it down.
Take it down.
Get him gone.
We'll always have Crystal Palace. For the coming season, JL says, what colours would you love our away and third to be? I can't answer that question.
Yellow and pink.
Graphite.
Graphite
Charcoal.
and pink. Charcoal and blue. Yeah. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm just going to leave that. I can't answer that question.
Seen the kids, have we?
No, I haven't. Why would you say such a thing? You'll have people thinking I've seen the kits now.
No,
I haven't.
you haven't.
No,
I actually really
haven't.
do want to. I always want a black one.
Okay.
Not a graphite one.
No, just a black one.
Not a graphite one.
No.
Curtis says, when does the Castori contract officially start?
July, isn't
Probably the 1st of July normally, but I don't know how it works because our kit supplier is actually Fanatics, and they contract these other people to do the kits. So I don't know if it works so that it starts on the 1st of July, or you can basically do it whenever. We beat West Ham as well, didn't we? So
You can have 2 contracts run over each other. It just means you can't stop.
No, I'm just saying I don't know whether the contract whether it matters because we have the contract with Fanatics. I don't know whether that affects us. Normally, when you have a kit deal, so football season starts on the 1st of July and ends at the end of June. So that's for everything. Every contract in football, basically. So if Castori is taking over Hummel, which it is obviously, but then it will start on the 1st of July. But just because of our deal with Fanatics, I'm not 100% sure how that works. So there you go. Right, we're going to leave it there. We're going to go. And we're going to be... Me and Ned are going to be here tomorrow at 1 because Jack is selfish.
You're not doing the round the tower, Jack?
No, I can't get
We'll
in.
have to do a 2-man round the tower.
Not really going round then, are you? Just sort of going
No, but what we do
round.
is on the round the tower, on a 2-man round the tower, is we ask the Premier members for their questions and we answer them. So it's a different. So we've done it when we've only got 2. It's a way to still have a good show, but allow the people to get involved. So there you go. Make sure you check out that Henry Winter interview. Really, really good stuff from him on Everton. The season just gone by, the season coming up, the summer, Sean Dyche, everything.
The power of the fans.
Yeah, there you go. And I've also got an interview lined. Well, I've already done it, and it should be available tomorrow with HLTCO.
What does that stand for?
Hopkins, Kales.
Looking to kill one.
Looking to kill one. Who's a great Crystal Palace blogger and stuff. And I've had a chat with him about John Texter, and that'll be available tomorrow. So make sure you catch that as well. So yeah, we'll be back on YouTube tomorrow. Me and Ned. See you all later.